Yes, it is that time of the week. Excuse me. Where we go live again. Why does it look like I just touched an electrical outlet? All right, focus. So, welcome to the weekly live. And yes, here we are once again. Every week, Wednesdays 12 to 12:30 respectively, unless something chaotic comes up, because it always does. The vibes of this lives are chaotic, and I've grown to accept it and even embrace it. Don't mind me. I am just preparing for my mom to visit, and I have a couple of um loads of laundry that I'm doing, which is actually incorrect. I do one load of laundry per the Fly Lady system. Well, it's not incorrect. Let me scratch that. It's incorrect for me because I I do one load a day. Because less folding, less putting away, less running up and down the steps. But today I did 3 loads. So I'm pretty much covered, and yes, it's gonna be fantastic. Also, yesterday I didn't do a load of laundry, so it kind of like balanced out. So I did today's 2 and tomorrow's, and yes, I'm good to go. And so I just came from the basement again from doing the last load of laundry. And as you may or may not know, for me, laundry means like not also folding and putting away the clothes. So then I had to run upstairs to put away the clothes. And yes, then I ran over here so that I wouldn't be late. And somehow I still ended up here at 12:02. So that's the story with that. Yeah, but no, so today we're going to talk about preparing. Preparing. How do we prepare to be our most productive person ever? How do we prepare for a change of seasons? How do we prepare in our homemaking? Just in general, how to prepare. With the upcoming year, we may want to do things a little bit different, and that requires some preparation. We might not wake up on January 1st and be a brand new person, because sometimes it just doesn't work like that. And it's good to build habits that are going to lead you to the kind of, I don't want to say the kind of person you want to become, because you're perfect just the way you are and the way the Lord made you, but maybe a little tweaks that we can make to change our lifestyle. Yes, let's say that. So we don't want to change ourselves, but we might want to change our lifestyles. And how would we do that? Is by preparing. So if you want to build a habit, but you don't have that habit, then you might want to build into an existing habit that you have. And this is called habit stacking, which is very popular in the book Atomic Habits, but it really works. For example, let's say that you are accustomed to brushing your teeth every morning, but you want to begin taking some sort of supplements for energy levels, low iron, whatever the case may be, and you're not used to taking the supplement. You keep thinking you're going to take the supplement, but you don't take the supplement. So I have this little bit of an issue as well. It happens to everyone, and so you want to take the supplement. Fine. So now you, instead of just like be annoyed at yourself for forgetting the supplement, you have to understand it's a new habit. Give yourself a little grace. Think, what habits do I already have in stock? For example, with the toothbrushing, we can now prepare by stacking the habit next to brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth is brushed, you have the toothbrush in your hand. You're now then saying, all right, put this toothbrush away. I'm gonna take my supplements. And if you have something else that you do in the morning, let's say you eat breakfast, maybe if you haven't, oh well, maybe that's not such a good example because some supplements, it's, I guess, better to take with food, like iron or something. Is that right? I don't know. Listen, some supplements I heard can make you a bit nauseous, so then you want to maybe take it with food. So for me, let's say like iron, fine. I'm used to taking it without food or whatever, but some people may get nauseous. So let's say you are in the habit of eating breakfast every day, then you want to stack that habit. Okay, I've eaten my breakfast. You're going to put your plate in the dishwasher or hand wash or whatever you do. Now, once you see yourself doing the action of washing that plate, you can begin to take the supplement, and so on and so forth. So every habit you want to develop, you stack it on to another habit. What if you only have one habit in the morning, let's say? What do you do then? Let's say you wake up and you eat breakfast and nothing else. What do you do? So we're going to talk about that next. First, let me say hello to my dear friend Bridget. Hey Bridget, how are you? We're here live today. You know, it's a little bit later over there. You may get winding down for dinner or something like this, but I'm very excited to see you, and I'm so happy that you can make it to the live. We are on track today, sort of. Got a bit of a rocky start there, but here we are. We're talking about preparation, but of course this is an interactive live, so feel free to chime in. It's actually even more fun if you chime in and talk to me as we go along. So I'd have to blabber on and on for like 30 minutes or so. So then, well, my dear friend Bridget is writing her next comments, and whoever else may be joining. What was I saying? Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I was saying that we can begin to, if you only have one habit in the morning, then you will slowly habit stack. So let's say you're only in the habit of waking up and brushing your teeth. Maybe you don't even get dressed for the day. You, if you're a stay-at-home mom or homemaker or something like this, or even you work from home, maybe you're just used to having the top and going on Zoom or whatever. So now you maybe first want to add that habit. Okay, I want to dress to shoes every single day. Once that becomes a habit, after a week, a couple of days, a month, only you know what kind of person you are, then you now begin to add, okay, so now I brush my teeth, I dress to shoes, I want to start eating breakfast or whatever. I just grab something on the go. Now you add breakfast, then you add supplements, and so on and so forth, until you have your perfect morning, perfect day, you know, relatively speaking, because things can happen. Okay, yes, it is 1800 in the Netherlands. Let me see if I still remember the military time. So 13 is 1, 14 is 2, 15 is 3, 16 is 4. So 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. I got it right? That's what I originally, well, in my mind, I thought it came in my mind. You must be having dinner around this time. So 6 p.m. That's fantastic. Wow, isn't it so cool that by the time it's like 6 hours forward, you're like in the next day 6 hours before I am. So that's pretty cool. You're actually getting a head start to your day. I think it may be more efficient to use military time, or I don't know if that's what you call it, but the 24-hour time, because it can get a bit confusing when someone says, let's meet at 7. Okay, is it 7 a.m., 7 p.m.? You know, so what are you gonna do? Yeah, but that's very nice. 6 p.m. there. It's so fascinating how that works. If so, I guess in that case, if one were to travel to the Netherlands, or you were to come here to the US, I'm in Eastern Standard Time, then it's almost as if you're going backwards or forward in time. Is that right? Or probably not, but it definitely will feel that way, because let's say you leave here at noon. No, let's say you left at noon. I don't know how far it is. Let's pretend it's 2 hours, and then you get there at 2 p.m. But it's at, or you know, but it's actually 2 p.m. would be 1400 your time, but it's now like in the evening, like 8 p.m. or something like this, which would be 2000 in your time. Yes, so that's pretty cool. Then the next thing I wanted to say about preparation is, how do we prepare in our homemaking? Well, we have to have a plan. Fail to plan, plan to fail, right? So we have to have a plan and a system that works for us. Maybe every night you begin to think, what do I want to do the next day? Or maybe you grab one day a week, let's say the Sunday reset or whatever the case may be. You think, where is the areas that I want to work on my own? I follow the Flyleaf system, you guys know that, but maybe you want to curate your own system. Like, well, Mondays I want to do the kitchen, Tuesday I want to do, like, however, like the Flyleaf system is a weekly zones, but maybe you want to do like a daily zone, or maybe you want to do a daily task, which that gives you a really fun idea for a video. Maybe I should do like tasks versus rooms. Cleaning wise, let's say, like, is it better to like mop one day all of your floors, or is it better to let's say clean the living room from top to bottom and mop just the living room? I wonder, what do you guys think? Which is better, to clean by task? Let's say today I'm dusting, today I'm mopping, today like that, or is it better to clean by room? Very interesting concept there. For the Flyleaf system, it's a little bit different because we kind of do so like a zone per week, but we also have our daily tasks that we do. So it's kind of like a mix of both. But I wonder, for the people that don't do the Flyleaf system, or you know, any other system, is it better to like clean all your windows in one day, or is it better to, like, I don't know, clean your whole kitchen in one day? I wonder about that. Yes, so do have a system and do have a plan so that you may be prepared on your next task, because if you don't do that, you might be floating around through your day not getting anything done, or on the other end of the spectrum, you might be feeling super duper overwhelmed because you don't know where to start, and both lead to the same result, nothing. Like, with one, you're like wondering about, like, la 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 la, I don't know what to do, get nothing done, or I have all day to do this, and you get nothing done. Or you're like, oh man, I have so much to do, what can I do? And you get nothing done. So both the same results. But if you have a plan, I thought I heard my child, but if you no, it's my imagination. You know how you hear sometimes with some people that use their phones a lot, have like phantom, like, phone sounds? I don't know what the technical term for it. I feel like I just had one of those experience, but with one of my boys, I felt like I heard his voice, but no. Yeah, so I even lost my train of thought. If you know what I was saying in the comments, please let me know, because I completely forgot. I do the Flyleaf and do the windows in the zone much better than before, when I did all the windows and then you got cut off all the windows in a day. Is that what you were gonna say? Or let me think. So the windows with the Flyleaf system is interesting, right? Because for the zone, we deep clean our windows, but for the weekly home blessing, we kind of do our windows too, and but only like the spots where Bridget, when she says like mirrors and glass, don't you think that that's the windows too? I mean, if not, I've been doing it completely wrong. Because for that, I've been doing the mirrors and the windows, but not like the windows. Just like if there's like a spot or something, like that on the weekly home blessing hour. What is your experience? So that's what I do on the weekly home blessing. When she says glass and mirrors, I take my glass to be my window. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong for the past 5 years, I don't know, but that's just been my experience. Yeah, so before I used to kind of clean like that. When I used to clean, when was that? Well, I used to loathe cleaning. I used to despise it because I used to wake up before I started observing the Sabbath on like a Saturday morning and just like clean my home from top to bottom. And I would try to make it like fun. I guess subconsciously I always knew it had to be fun if it was gonna get done, but I didn't like know how to do it, so I just would put some music on and try cleaning, and it would be fine. But by the end of the day, I will be fried. Like, I didn't even do it for the next month. Let's say it was supposed to be a weekly thing. I would not go back to that thing for a whole month or more. Like, I'm pretty sure it was more, because my home, if you know, it ended up like chaos. Like, you couldn't even walk on the floor. Like, do you know that? You literally had to walk over stuff to like get to where it was. Guys, it was really bad. It was just like I was so overwhelmed. I was working outside the home. I was going to school for nursing. Yeah. And when I was working, it was like medically fields too, so that was also like kind of high pressure. And then between the jobs, I was working on my certifications to do, you know, a certain job in the hospital, yada yada. And then eventually I was doing that job and going to school for nursing, so it was just like I'm beat. I would not. It's my day off. I will not ever clean. And yeah, so in essence, I still don't clean on the weekends. Like, some things never change, but my home is more clean and tidy now than before I had the two boys. And how is that? Like 15 minutes a day. What? It's very mind-blowing. But consistency. Plus, not to mention, we have the weekly home blessing, which serves to like make the house look like super duper clean, which it will be. It won't be like deep cleaned, but it will be cleaned until you get to those nooks and crannies in the zones. Because as you know, in the zone work, when we begin the zone working, you declutter first before you clean. So that things don't get worse, in the weekly home blessing, you take care of all of that. And eventually, we have no clutter, and guess what you get to do? Clean those baseboards, clean the ceiling fan, etc., etc., etc. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Thank you for joining us in this live where we are talking about preparation and anything you want to talk about, really. This is kind of like the vibes when we go live. It's more like relax, any kind of topic and stuff like that. It's also very chaotic. If you'll come to realize the more you join us. We're normally here Wednesdays at 12. I say normally because, like I said, yeah. Like, for example, last week we came on Friday, but normally is Wednesdays at 12, and it's normally really, really fun, and always something happens. Like, it's a bit kooky, but in a fun way. So how are you, Kelly? How is Kelly Joe? How is your week going? We're talking about preparations. We actually were on a side note about what was easier or better, to clean a room a day or to clean a task at a time. Let me explain. Would you rather clean the living room on a Monday, let's say, or like mop your entire house on a Monday? Or if you choose the living room, know that only the living room will get mopped on a Monday, but the room will sparkle from top to bottom. And then if you choose the task, your whole floor will be clean, but everything else will not be. So what do you think is better? Yeah, so when we begin to prepare in our homemaking, that does make a big progress, because we're not like frittering our day away, and also we're not like overwhelmed, like what do I do kind of stuff. So now, to prepare for the New Year's, right? We want to prepare for the upcoming year. May want to have some new habits. Like I said, habit stacking, also starting now. Do not wait, please. Do not wait till January 1st, because things happen. Like, you sometimes have to develop, me too, the muscle memory to do the thing. It will take some time. It will take some preparation. So you don't want to like wake up on January 1st and have a plan to, like, I don't know, exercise, clean, whatever your plan is, and then you're not used to doing it, so you don't do it, and then you're like, at the end of the day, rats. Rats. Is that a thing people say? I didn't get to do my thing, and oh no, I failed, etc. God forbid, etc., etc. So now you feel discouraged. January 2nd comes, it's not a habit once again, and you're like, Nard, rats, Nard, and you're, upset that whatever, and it goes on and on and on. Before you know, it's February, and the end. So what I'm saying is to prepare now and start now, so that when the January 1st comes, you will have those habits down packed, and or at the very least getting your groove on the habits, getting your momentum and stuff like that. So yes, that's another fun, well, I guess it's fun because you don't fail. That's another thing you can do to prepare. Kelly Jo says, what if you're having a bad day, right? That's what you meant. And wait a minute, a good day or a bad day? Okay, if you're having a bad day and someone is just too lazy, I would say, what is a person lazy, or are they just having a bad day? Because sometimes, like, we're not lazy, and just everything that could go wrong goes wrong. The child wakes up at 1 in the morning, you see a spider at 3 in the morning, you cannot sleep, and so you get up, and now it's 7 a.m. and you're exhausted, and then you stub your toe. You stub your toe, and not you, someone else. And then oh my goodness, you spilled coffee on yourself, and then the eggs fell on the floor. It was your last one. So all I'm saying is, like, it's like a day that is the opposite of good. Standard. And then you're just like, well, I don't feel like cleaning because it's like everything is going wrong. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean like you wake up, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, you're on your schedule, and you're just not motivated to do it? Because again, I don't believe that someone is lazy. I've never thought that. I feel that they're either chronically tired, or they're doing it, not to say they're doing it wrong, but they're doing it in a way that is not fun. I would never clean my home before, like, ever. Maybe one Saturday a year. And it was very bad. Like, I didn't like it. I don't like it. But then I just discovered, by God's grace, of course, I prayed and stuff like that, the Fly Lady system, and it became like, whoa, 15 minutes a day, that's it. And then I started looking like, well, how can I make this even more fun and stuff like that? I know I can play some music, I can play a fun podcast. I literally would bribe myself, like, all right, Joy, if you do this, then you get to watch this show that you like, like that. You get to watch YouTube stuff like that. So in a way, it depends what you mean. But if we're talking about lazy, it could just be that we're looking at it wrong. Like, is it lack of motivation? What is it? Because if it's lack of motivation, people imagine if people are like, nope, just lazy. If it's lack of motivation, there is ways that we can do that, because motivation comes and goes, and that's just it. Like the ocean waves, it cannot be helped. But my friend, we have a secret power, thanks to God, and it's called discipline. Discipline. D? I know. So when it comes to discipline, it's like, who cares how I feel? I'm just gonna get up and do the thing. Well, with the exception, like, sometimes you do gotta listen to your body and stuff like that. But generally, you can just, like, get up and go. You count down to 3. And the more disciplined you are, let me tell you, the first 1,000, the first few times is going to be rough. But the more you do it, it's like a muscle. It's gonna develop it, and it's gonna be amazing. So I hope I answered your question. But like I said, it's a bad day, is it lazy? Like, you can give me more details, and we can go more into details about that for a couple of more minutes, because, whoa, time has flown today. What is this, Woo. It's just so random. Like, why did I even do that? Hey. Listen, don't mind me. So, listen, you know what it is? My boys are napping, and it's like my only time to just like woo. No, but I do have a lot of fun with the boys. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see like yeah, like yesterday we did this activity that was, it was $5, guys, and I just needed a break. So what I, because I'm with them like all day and they're jumping on me, and you know boys are, well, if you don't know, let me tell you, I'm like a jungle gym to them. Anyway, and the crazy thing is that they're both very different, but somehow they both are always climbing me. Anyway, the point is, I needed to not be climbed for a second and drink a cup of tea. I put like a clear bin that I got from the $1.25 tree. It's a, look, wait, don't leave, okay? Just a second. Da, 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 da. So I came back. So this, you see, this bin, $1.25. You can get the lid. It's optional or not. I got it because I have two boys and they both like if I got one for one and the other one, oof, I don't want to know what happens there. And yeah, they're learning to take turns and stuff, but they're still very little. So I got that. I got this at the Walmart for 97 cents, but they do sell it at the $1.25 tree. This cup that came with 5 things on it, also $1.25, and then colorful Christmas bonbons. Well, I don't know if they're for Christmas, but and that's it. And they were occupied for like 10 minutes, 15, and then my older son started like playing with them another way, and the little one went off somewhere else. And yes, what I mean by somewhere else, meaning he was no longer interested and he went off to see if he could find a snack. They're getting so big. Anyway, why did I I don't even know what's the point of that. But there you have it. About, I told you, chaotic. In a good way. A fun hack for, why? What was the point of the story? I don't know. Well, there you have it. And then, oh, yes, it was on my Instagram, Bridget. Thank you so much for watching it on there too. Beginning to be more active over there as well. Anyway, so that's that. And tomorrow, I have another video coming out, Lord willing. And as you know, we're doing the daily challenge for the Declutter December. That video comes out today at 3 p.m. Every day until Monday, we're decluttering an area of our homes. So be sure to join in that challenge if you haven't done so already. As the year is coming to a close, guys, I have a couple of productivity planners that you can get at buildyourhome.com. I'll link it down below. I also have the physical copies that you can get on Amazon. I will put some affiliate links down below. And if you do get it, you know you're helping my family and I to get a couple of pennies and to also help to grow this channel. Like, for example, right now, my tripod is broken, the angle is weird, and I got this little loaner one from my brother. And now, yeah, so we'll see. And I'll see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget the videos coming out today at 3, and then tomorrow is my regular weekly video. I'm trying to do like 2 videos a week now. I know. What am I thinking? I can barely get the 1 out. So maybe it's going to be like a bonus video, like just whenever it comes out. So don't get your hopes up for anything. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, it was really, really fun today. I will see you next week, Lord willing. Same time and same place. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, to God be the glory. Bye.